playthrough. We're trying to pick ourselves up from last time's massacre. Let's see. Oh, I forgot to heal up MatPat. Or Patrat, who we caught last time. Now what I'm thinking, I'm going to have to catch new Pokemon. I can't catch, obviously, an Oshawott. I can't catch a Purloin or a Sewaddle. Or a pigeon thing, Pidove. So I'm going to have to find new Pokemon, and I'm just not sure if there are enough Generation 5 Pokemon in each area that are different. So if there are going to be areas where there are no new Gen 5 Pokemon, I'm going to have to skip those areas and just not catch anything. But first I'm going to try to get MatPat to a decent level. It's level 4 Purloin. I'm going to see how much Purloin's attack does and then proceed accordingly. Oh no, Growl. That isn't good. MatPat only has his Growl. I mean his attack. Let's see what a Scratch does. 4 HP. I mean, if we get a critical hit, we have a chance. Another Growl. Well, we still get a turn advantage when he uses Growl. I mean, our defenses don't get lowered, so it isn't that bad that he uses Growl. And if we get a critical hit, that's good news. Are you kidding me? I hope I can run away. Yeah, we have a runaway ability. Great. So that went as well as I expected, but we're going to have to work with MatPat and see him through his struggles. I mean, I'm pretty sure that he can take on level 2 Pokemon or level 3 Pokemon. I'm confident in his abilities. So today we're going to talk about Miraculous. Its proper title is Miraculous: The Adventures of Ladybug and Cat Noir. That's a show, French television show on Disney Channel. I mean, we have it here on the Disney Channel. I don't know what channel it is on in the United States or in other countries of the planet. We have it on Disney Channel. And it's a pretty popular show. I think it aims... Its demographic is children in middle school and early high school. A level 4 Patrat. I don't think we can take this on. I'm just going to run away. I mean, I have faith in MatPat, but not this much faith. So this show is about teenage superheroes who work in Paris. Maybe we can take on this level 3 Patrat. No, it only has tackle, so it's not going to give us extra turns. And the story takes place in the 2010s, I assume. I'm going to try. There's no way you can take a level 4 Purloin. I can't believe we didn't catch a level 4 Patrat. We will have so much easier time. So, the characters of the show are around 14, 15, they are high schoolers. Maybe even like 17, I don't know, I don't think they specify that. And they use modern technologies such as phones and computers and laptops. And what I really admire about the show is that how... this isn't good at all. How accurate and modern it is, and it's not cringy at all. Looks like... this is incredible. Looks like this show was made by people who have used a phone in their life. Which is pretty rare, I think. Like, clearly adults write the show, And you usually think of adults as people who have no idea what technology is and how it works. But these adults have clearly used a cell phone in their life. They have used a laptop and they know how it works. And the problems, the technological problems that the show raises are actually things that a normal person would, that's how a phone works. Like, people call each other on their phones. Sometimes it's a video call, but sometimes it isn't. Sometimes it's just text. Sometimes people watch news through the interwebs on their phones. And no one is surprised. No one says a line that, wow, technology is going so far in the 21st century. Which is something that I hear in anime a lot. Like, wow, it's incredible, but wow, finally, an opponent we might be able to take on. It's faster than us, not good news. I'm just going to run away. This is horrible. This is incredibly horrible. I don't know what to do. We would have to find a low-level purloin to be able to gain enough experience to level up, and maybe at level 3 we will be able to do better. But I'm not sure. I feel like the attack stat of that pet rat we fought was pretty inconsistent. It hit 4 HP first and then 6 HP. So what I like about the use of technology in Miraculous Ladybug, that it's a completely diegetic, normal part of the universe, like how it is in real life. No one really mentions technology, and no one really addresses that they are using cell phones. This is just something that is part of their life. Now maybe we can take on this purloin, but I'm not going to even try to sound confident anymore. Like, MadPet does what he can. This purloin can get a critical hit anytime. Oh, we got a critical hit. Oh my god, we got a level from it. I'm so happy. And we learn Lear. So I really love how, like, really timely, in a good sense, Miraculous Ladybug is. And I would really recommend that show if you're like around the ages of 14. Like, I like it, but there are problems with it, of course. Like, I don't know, it may be a French thing, but every character speaks very quickly, and every scene is just to the point. Everything just happens, and then a very quick cut to the next scene where everyone speaks very quickly again, and everything just happens, and then alright, next thing, let's go. And then it's a 3D animated show, but there is like around 3 minutes of reused footage in every single episode. Like, the magical girl transformation sequences are reused in every single episode. And also every, like, the villain, how he makes the villain of the episode, that's repeated every single time. And the way they defeat the villain, that animation is always repeated. And if you're bothered by that sort of thing, then I see how that can be a problem. Like, it bothered me a lot in the beginning, but then I kind of just grew to love the characters. Some of the villain designs are ridiculous, some of them are cool, some of them are very dumb. Like, the Bubble Boy. I don't know what the villain name was, but there was this Bubble Boy guy that was ridiculous. Like, I mean, the show has humor. It doesn't really take itself that seriously, so you can kind of get away with that sort of thing. That villains just look dumb, and you know it plays some villains for laughs. I mean, most villains, yeah. It's kind of a comedy show, so it has its serious moments, but that is kind of the words exception. Thank you, me. Please be level. Oh no, level 4. Let's just run away. So there are some exceptions, there are some serious moments, but that's mostly around the end of the show, episode 20 something. It's mostly an episodic show, so it doesn't really matter where you start. Like, the origins of the characters is only revealed at the end of the first season, so if you start, it doesn't matter if you start from the beginning or the middle of season 1, because you're not going to miss anything. Everyone was pretty confused, although I don't really mind not being... I don't really mind that they didn't explain where the characters came from. Like, it's not like their origins had any uniqueness to it. Like, it isn't something that when you're told, oh, everything makes sense now. No, it's not that. So I wasn't bothered by the fact that they didn't reveal how they got their powers in the beginning. Like, I don't think it has any significance to the story. I mean, it's interesting how the villain got his powers, because that... And it's really interesting that Cat Noir, who is the spirit of destruction, he is still on the good side, which I think that any other show would have the spirit of destruction on the villain side. But it kind of makes sense that the person who can control others' minds is the villain, and Cat Noir uses his powers to do right things. But I really love that there are references to that he is interested what his powers will do to human flesh, which is so cool. I think if you're a woman, a lady, or you're just attracted to men, that I would recommend to check out the show, because there is a character in it called Cat Noir, who is a magical boy. He can turn into a cat person. He's not really turning into a cat person, because he just grows leather tails and a leather ear. He doesn't physically transform into a cat person, but he wears a cat costume, and he's extremely hot. And I would recommend Cat Noir to anyone who loves cats and boys. And I think he's a huge draw to the show. I think Cat Noir is the best thing ever that came out of that show. Character designs are also pretty cool. I like that the background characters all have personalities, they all have episodes to themselves. And I can see a lot of people being fans of these background characters. So I think that Miraculous Ladybug is a good show, although there are problems. There is very serious spacing problems in individual scenes. The characters talk very fast. Everything happens very quickly. MatPat gained enough experience to be level 5, so he's technically our starter now. I'm really happy for him. He didn't die. He died almost 2 times, but he pulled through, so I'm proud of him. We're going to train a little with him and then go on to the next area and capture someone else. So the show has reused animation, a lot of reused animation, and every scene has a very quick pacing. a lot of things happen in every single episode. It's very dense. Every frame has so much going on. Like, I don't know, like, if I watched it with English dub, French dub, and Hungarian dub, and all of them, like, the quick pace of the characters talking is present in all of them, because in the original French everyone speaks very fast. So just be aware of that. I think what is good about the show is that the lessons that it teaches are very unique. There are some lessons, like there is a lesson at the end of every episode, but they are pretty unique lessons that I didn't hear a lot. For example, there is an episode that's about the characters playing a video game, and then I was like, oh my god, this episode is going to be about girls being good at playing video games, and they didn't mention the fact that the main character is a girl and good at video games, and the two have anything to do with each other. And I was so happy that Marinette is just good at video games and no one says anything about her being a girl or this being extraordinary or anything. Everyone just shuts the fuck up and they play the video game and they have fun. And the lesson of the episode is not that, you know, girls can play video games too. No, the lesson of the episode is something completely unique. It's that just because you're good at something doesn't mean... Like, the story of the episode is that Marinette wants to play together in a video game contest, in a fighting video game contest with her crush, Adrian from class. And she's very good at the video game, so she's not really interested in the video game. She likes playing it, but she isn't really competitively interested in playing the game. But since she is good at it, and she wants to spend time together with Adrian, who is her teammate in this fighting game, competitive fighting game tournament. Like, she just waltzes in, scores the best at trials, and she becomes the school representative next to Adrian. And she takes the place of a guy who really was into this game, and he's been training for the entire last year so he can participate. And he gets really hurt from this and he becomes a villain. And the lesson of the episode is that just because you're good at something doesn't mean that you should take away the place of someone who is passionate about the subject matter. That winning really isn't important, but what is important that the people who take part in it are really passionate about what they are doing. And I really like that lesson, that at the end she says, like, look guy, I'm sorry I took your place. I wasn't really interested in this tournament like you were. I would be glad to see you participate instead of me. And that was such a nice moment. And this is why I like Miraculous Ladybug, that it has such a modern take on everything. Like, the episode wasn't about her being a girl playing video games, and I was so happy about that. Like, it has, like, clearly the people who make this show know what's going on. Like, they aren't stuck in the 90s or whenever. They are clearly modern people who are able to think in a modern way, and they can talk about relevant lessons and not about this gender role bullshit. And yeah, that show is really good. It's really progressive, and although it has its problems, I think it's a good thing to check that show out. Few episodes, maybe it's your thing, maybe it isn't, that's fine. Now, let's see if we can capture anyone in this area. If I remember correctly, there are Pidovs here. We can't catch a Pidov, which is so horrible, since Barry was Pidov, so it's same species clause. Oh my god, it's adorable. There are Suvodals and Pidovs in this area, and I think maybe Purloins also. This is so sad that I'm going to fight all of them to get some experience, since Matvat really needs it. We need a new Pokemon to carry our team, and I think Matvat is going to be the one. He has great attack stats. So yeah, Miraculous Ladybug is really progressive, and it's great for both genders. There is action in it, although I think it's still more of a show that would appeal to ladies because of all the romance in it. I don't know, if you're a guy and you're interested in romance and high school shenanigans, then I think you'll like it. The action is okay, but I mean, the animation is fine, although it will be cool in my opinion if there will be more episodes at night, because there is, as of today, there is one episode that took place at night, and I think the show would really benefit from night scenes, because the character designs are really seem like things that will look great, especially in the dark. And I think it's a shame that every episode takes place almost exclusively during the day. I think the show doesn't really benefit from that. I think we're going to defeat this pet rat and then just end the episode, because I think we were able to bring Matpat back to where he belongs. Level 6, that is. I think there are only pet rats, Suvaddles and Pidovs in this area, so we're going to move on and see if we can catch any Pokemons on the ranch. But you're going to have to wait for that until next time. And next time we're going to talk about Pokemon. So let's come back next time.